name's Rob. In this video we're going to be taking a look at this. This is the, I'll try and get in the light there, the Fazy Sandwich, and it's a 3-mode fuzz from Sonicake's current like micro pedal line. So what this is a basically a really simple fuzz box. It has 3 modes, V, M and JF, right? Just making sure that it's JF. Glasses moment, because I'm old. Yeah. V being vintage, M being modern, and the third mode is called JF, and it's listed as a Muff. I'm assuming JF because it's a J full stop, F full stop means John Frusciante. Because John Frusciante I think sometimes uses a Muff. I would have said BC for Billy Corgan would be more synonymous with a Muff myself, but there you go. So what this is a 3-mode fuzz. The vintage one's kind of fuzz facey. The middle one I don't know, is like a modern, sort of more well-defined, good sounding, more manageable, less spitty fuzz. And the Big Muff Big Muff was a bit of a disappointment. I don't think they nailed the Big Muff tone on this for me. Maybe it's more Russian Big Muff than it is Ramshead Big Muff, which is the one I'm kind of used to, the one real scooped sounding one. If I wanted a mid-forward fuzz sound, I wouldn't use a Russian Big Muff. I'd use probably a Muff with some sort of EQ with it. But anyway, completely beside the point. So the Fazy, right? So the first thing we should do is have a listen to it in the track. So here it is. So, just to explain the controls then, there's a fuzz knob, which is the big knob in the middle, unsurprisingly, controls the amount of fuzz in the signal. There's a volume knob, which is a master volume, and also what's good about this is, unlike an old fuzz face, the volume knob doesn't have to be dying for it to work. And then there's a tone knob which controls the brightness. Then there's a 3-way switch for vintage, modern and JF. And they're the controls. So let's have a listen to the Fazy from Sonicake now. Okay, so to demo the Fazy Sandwich, I am playing this. This is a Jazzmaster. It's kind of like a parts caster Jazzmaster, right? It's predominantly made of American sounded Jazzmaster parts, but the body is of a J. Mascis Squire. It's a great guitar. I'm playing out of the Jazzmaster into the Cowboy, which is the other Sonicake pedal I'll be demoing next week. And and won't be putting two of them together. There's no reason to be together. Into the Fazy Sandwich, and out of the Fazy Sandwich into the Solid Studio Mark II from NuX, and right now it's on the deluxe reverb setting. It's a clean Fender sound. I'm going to wind off the tone a little bit. Okay, so all the knobs straight up, starting in the vintage position. So in the vintage position, there is a volume drop off, so you need to boost the volume. A bit too much. So that's what the vintage mode sounds like. Kind of fuzz facey. And with the gain straight up, it's not massively gainy. So, I'm assuming this kind of fuzz is the one that backs off well. I'm not a vintage kind of fuzz player in general, so I'm not an authority in that. So here's what it sounds like full on with the fuzz halfway, and here's what it sounds like backed off. I genuinely, tone full. Has a dying battery thing going on. I don't know if it's supposed to be all kind of like a beautiful clean sound. It's not really my thing. I'm not an authority on it. But in terms of fuzz, I feel like we need to boost the fuzz, so maybe 3/4. Yeah, okay. Roll the tone on your guitar off slightly. On a picky thing. I have a fuzz facey, bright kind of thing to it that I like, right? So that's the vintage setting. Just to show you, if you find that a bit bright, you can bring the tone back and do the same thing again. Kind of fuzz facey, right? And does a good job of it. In the middle setting, they call it a modern fuzz. So again, returning the controls to the back. Okay, so this is a bit more sort of intact sounding. It's a bit more, less sort of raspy top end with the tone knob straight up and stuff. Back pickup. If I roll my tone on too toppy, but roll the tone off a little bit. Maybe put the gain up to 3/4. tone off more. Okay, this one, in terms of a fuzz that's not a muff, is the one that I would live in most of the time, playing my own band's music, right? So if you go up, you get a fuzz that, I'm going to roll the tone off a little bit more, you get the fuzz that kind of act as a distortion. Remember, jazz masters are inherently very toppy guitar. I really like that. You can use it as a fuzz and then you can wind it back to get kind of more mid-gain sound. So in one of my band's songs, it has a riff that goes. That would be the volume knob on full, and then there's a kind of a tacky part in the verse that goes. And then in the chorus, that's with the volume at full, or half. At the chorus, I can roll it back a little bit more for this kind of strummy thing in the chorus. So what that means is this fuzz can do everything from a full-on fuzz with the volume knob in your guitar back to like push clean sounds. And they're all very usable. It's a really nice sound. Has a good mid-range character to it. Okay, then moving on to the Muff. I noticed this actually, the Muff is way quieter than any of the other fuzzes, so if I bring the volume up a bit. That's with the volume knob on my guitar up full. Now for me, for a Muff, it doesn't have enough fizziness. Sounds kind of like maybe a Russian Muff, but there's a very unique mid-range coming off it. I'm going to switch to a dirty Marshall for a sec. So that's a dirty amp now on the, I'm going to wind the fuzz back. A dirty Marshall on the amp sim. So hitting the fuzz on with that. Okay, for me, that isn't behaving like a big muff. There's too much bottom end. Well, big muffs are a little bottom end, but there's too much mid-range to make it behave like a big muff in those two situations that I've tried it in. So the big muff sound wouldn't really be for me. It's nice for lead stuff, actually. So for if you want to do a Gilmour fluid lead tone thing, yes, but as a big muff rhythm sound, it wouldn't be really my thing. So, to sum up, really nice fuzz pedal. The vintage sound does the vintage thing quite well for me. It gets kind of fuzz facey. In the middle one, I don't think it's modelling anything, or it's relating to anything, but it sounds really, really good. I really like the middle one, and the big muff isn't really landing it for me. But for the two fuzzes you get in the vintage and modern one, I think it's really, really great pedal. So fair play to Sonicake. So there you go. If you're looking for a versatile fuzz pedal, but one that you can't switch between the modes remotely or anything like that, but even at that, it's very affordable. Sounds really good. Sonicake make great stuff. They really do. It's built really well. Everything feels really solid. The switches and the knobs and everything feel really good in it. 9-volt power jack at the top, input and output, 3 different fuzz modes. Very handy to use. Immediately, instantly sounds good. Check it out if you're looking for a small fuzz pedal. The Fazy Sandwich from Sonicake. So, any questions, throw them in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to answer them. If you've watched this far, as always, I'll ask you to please like and subscribe. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you in another video again soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.